All right, so get this. We're diving into Aaron Rodgers' new place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His new mansion in Montclair.
Fancy.
$9.5 million.
Okay, yeah, fancy.
If you're into like celebrity real estate or luxury design or just modern architecture in general,
I'm listening.
this is the deep dive for you.
Awesome.
So we found this super detailed article
Okay.
from Omni Home Ideas,
I know it.
and it's got all these amazing pictures.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you're going to want to trade places with Rodgers when you see this place,
Right.
or at least steal some design ideas.
Like, come on, who wouldn't want to live like a star quarterback for a day?
I know, right?
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, can we talk about the location?
Montclair, New Jersey.
Montclair, New Jersey.
Interesting choice.
Right. It's not exactly where you picture like a celebrity mega mansion,
No, not really.
but maybe that's the point.
Yeah, what do you think is the draw for someone like Rodgers?
Well, the article mentions that Montclair has this kind of unique vibe. It's like suburban peace and quiet, but you also have super easy access to New York City.
Best of both worlds.
Right. So you get privacy and a sense of community, but you're also just a quick trip from Manhattan
Makes sense.
for all the, the cultural stuff and the nightlife.
So for someone like Rodgers, who is, in the public eye,
Totally.
it's probably ideal.
Yeah, he can have that balance between his public life and his private life.
Exactly like a strategic retreat.
Right. And I feel like maybe it says something about like his priorities too.
How so?
Well, now that he's moved on from Green Bay,
I see.
maybe he's looking for something different,
Interesting.
a different pace of life.
Yeah. Makes you think.
Okay, so enough about the location.
Let's get to the good stuff.
The house itself.
The mansion.
The article calls it a modern architectural stunner.
Intrigued.
And honestly, the pictures do not disappoint.
I bet.
It's got that flat roof, the clean lines, those huge glass panels. The whole thing just screams sleek sophistication.
It does sound pretty impressive.
But for those of us who don't speak architect,
Right.
how would you actually define modern architecture?
Good question. So modern architecture, it's a style that emerged in the early 1900s,
Okay.
like early 20th century.
Gotcha.
And it's all about clean lines, geometric forms, a minimalist aesthetic,
Yeah.
and a really big focus on functionality.
So like form follows function.
Exactly. Like think Frank Lloyd Wright,
Oh, yeah.
Mies van der Rohe,
The names I recognize.
big names in modern architecture.
Right.
But the thing is, it's tricky to pull off that sleek modern look.
How so?
Well, it can easily feel cold
I see.
or sterile if you're not careful.
Yeah,
But Rodgers Mansion, it seems like they got it right.
they did.
They used warm, natural materials like
Yeah.
wood and stone to kind of soften the edges of the design.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then you have those huge windows.
Oh, yeah, the windows.
They're basically walls of glass,
Floor to ceiling,
blurring the lines between the inside and the outside.
bringing in all that natural light.
Exactly, and it creates this amazing sense of openness. So it doesn't feel cold and sterile at all.
It sounds amazing.
It does.
Okay, let's talk about those windows for a second.
Seriously, they're unreal.
I mean, walls of glass, floor to ceiling, all over the house.
It's like living in a greenhouse.
I know, right? Imagine waking up to like a panoramic view of the New York City skyline every morning.
Oh my gosh.
That's got to be worth a few million right there.
Right. But it's not just about the view.
Okay, what else?
Those windows, I think they tell a story.
A story.
Yeah, about a connection to nature.
Okay,
A desire to bring the outside in.
interesting.
It's a design choice that speaks to a lifestyle,
I see.
one that values light and airiness and a seamless flow between spaces.
That's more than just aesthetics.
Right. It's about how you want to live in the space.
Makes you wonder, could you live in a house with that much transparency?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Honestly, I'm not sure I could handle that level of exposure,
Yeah, it's a lot.
but it's undeniably stunning.
Definitely.
So the article describes the living room as like a frame for nature.
Oh, I like that.
And I think that's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
You've got these plush white couches, and there are these metallic accents that catch the light,
Okay.
and then these polished floors reflecting the views.
Wow.
It's like the room itself disappears and the landscape becomes the main attraction.
That's the goal, right?
Right.
To make the most of those views.
Exactly. And did you notice how the color palette is like super understated?
Now that you mention it. Yeah.
All these neutral tones
It creates a sense of calm.
and spaciousness,
Yeah.
letting those views take center stage.
It's a classic minimalist approach,
Less is more.
Exactly. Everything's carefully chosen.
To complement, not compete with the natural beauty outside.
Love it.
And then there's the kitchen,
Oh, yeah.
which is basically the size of my entire apartment.
Yeah.
I'm serious, it's huge. And it has this double island layout.
Fancy.
One island for prepping and one for socializing.
Okay, that's genius.
Right. It's like they designed it with dinner parties in mind.
It does sound perfect for entertaining.
Absolutely.
And it speaks to how kitchens have evolved, you know?
So.
They're not just for cooking anymore. They're the heart of the home.
Yeah.
A place to gather and connect.
Totally. I can totally picture Rodgers and his guests
Oh, yeah.
hanging out around that island,
Mm-hmm.
maybe catching a game on TV.
While someone's whipping up a gourmet meal.
Exactly. You know, it's got all the bells and whistles,
Like what?
integrated appliances, sleek cabinetry.
Nice.
It's all about that seamless, modern aesthetic.
It sounds both functional and aspirational.
Okay, now I'm officially jealous.
Uh-huh.
But let's move on to the dining area,
Okay.
which the article describes as understated elegance.
I'm picturing something very minimalist.
You got it's definitely more minimalist
Yeah.
than the rest of the house.
Yeah.
With a glass top table and that same connection to the outdoors.
I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think is the reasoning behind that design choice?
I think it's deliberate.
Okay.
Like they're saying the real showstopper here is the company and the scenery.
Not the furniture.
Exactly. It's about creating an experience
Where the focus is on the people and the view.
and not on like flashy design elements.
Yeah, it's all about setting the stage for authentic connections.
So true. So true.
Are you ready for some drama?
Oh, I love drama. Bring it on.
Okay, so remember how we were talking about the understated elegance?
Yeah.
Well, get ready for the wow factor.
Oh, really?
Because this house has some features that are just over the top.
Okay, I'm listening.
First up, the grand piano.
A grand piano.
Yeah, a grand piano in the entryway.
In the entryway, that's a statement.
It's like walking into a concert hall.
I'm trying to picture it.
Imagine you open the front door and boom, there's this magnificent instrument
Wow.
just commanding your attention.
It's not your average welcome home mat.
Definitely not. It sets the tone for the whole house.
What kind of tone?
It speaks to a love of music,
Okay.
an appreciation for artistry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Rodgers is saying, hey, I'm not just a football player, I'm a man of culture.
Uh-huh. I love it. And it definitely makes a grand entrance.
Literally.
Okay, what else? What else is over the top?
The staircase.
The staircase.
Yeah, it's incredible. Glass panels, artistic chandeliers.
Okay, that sounds pretty fancy.
It's like a sculpture you can walk on.
Wow, I bet that's Instagram worthy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting from a design perspective.
Also.
Well, you've got the sleek, modern lines of the glass and metal,
Mm-hmm.
but then you have the warmth and texture of the wooden steps
Okay.
and those beautifully crafted chandeliers.
I see.
It's a play on light and shadow,
Interesting.
transparency and solidity.
It sounds very well thought out.
And it guides your eye upwards, creating this sense of grandeur and drama.
Okay, I'm sold. So
Yeah.
we've talked about the public spaces.
The entertaining areas.
The places where Rodgers can, like, make a statement.
Right.
But what about the private spaces?
Ah, yes. The sanctuary.
The places where he can just relax and be himself.
Exactly.
What are those like?
Let's escape to the master suite.
Okay.
The article calls it a retreat within a retreat.
Ooh, I like that.
And trust me, this is not your average bedroom.
Okay, lay it on me.
Picture this. You wake up in this spacious bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
sunlight streaming in through these panoramic windows,
Okay.
overlooking lush greenery.
Sounds peaceful.
It's like waking up in a five-star hotel every morning.
I can see it.
And then you have the bathroom,
That bathroom.
a freestanding tub perfectly positioned by the window,
Wow.
a glass-enclosed shower, pristine white tiles.
Okay, this is luxurious.
It's all designed to create a spa-like experience.
A sanctuary for relaxation and rejuvenation.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm officially adding soak in Aaron Rodgers' bathtub to my bucket list.
I don't blame you.
Seriously, that bathroom sounds incredible. Like they took a page from a luxury resort.
And it speaks to a broader trend we're seeing.
What's that?
This idea of blurring the lines between the home and the spa.
Interesting.
People want to create those spa-like experiences in their own homes.
It makes sense. I mean, your home should be your sanctuary.
Exactly.
But Rodgers' house isn't just about relaxation
Right.
and serene views.
There's more.
There are also spaces dedicated to his personal interests and hobbies.
Like the gym and the wine cellar.
Oh yeah, the article mentioned those.
These spaces offer a glimpse into his lifestyle beyond football.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So the gym, it speaks to his dedication to fitness.
Makes sense. He's a professional athlete.
It's not just a place to work out.
It's more than that.
It's a light-filled space with mirrored walls
Fancy.
and top-of-the-line equipment.
Wow.
Perfect for maintaining peak physical condition.
So basically, he has no excuse to skip a workout.
Pretty much. It's like having a personal training studio right in his own home.
And then there's the wine cellar.
Ah, yes, the wine cellar.
Tell me about it.
It's cozy and intimate,
Okay.
with custom wooden racks,
Nice.
perfect for showcasing his collection
Yeah.
and enjoying a quiet evening with friends.
It sounds like a perfect escape.
It is. It's a place to indulge and appreciate the finer things in life.
So we've got the spa-like bathroom, the state-of-the-art gym, the wine cellar.
I'm sensing a theme here.
What's that?
Indulgence escape.
Yeah.
Creating these curated experiences within the home.
Yeah, I see that. It's like each room has its own distinct personality and purpose.
Absolutely. And that's something we can all learn from,
Oh, yeah.
even if we don't have a celebrity-sized budget.
So what can we learn?
It's about thinking intentionally about how you want to use each space in your home
Okay.
and designing it to support those activities and experiences.
So it's not just about aesthetics. It's about creating a home that reflects your lifestyle.
Exactly, and enhances your well-being.
I like that. But before we get too philosophical,
Okay.
there's one more dramatic element we need to talk about.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
Oh, good. I'm intrigued.
Okay, so that dramatic element we were talking about,
Yes. The suspense is killing me.
the price tag,
Oh, right. $9.5 million.
a cool 9.5 mil.
That's a lot of zeros.
It is. It's definitely a high-end property, even for a celebrity.
So how does that price compare to, like, the average Montclair home?
Well, the average home value in Montclair is somewhere around $1 million.
Okay, so Rodgers' place is, like, almost 10 times the average.
Yeah, it's definitely in a different league.
But I guess when you look at the features, it makes sense.
Right. You're not just paying for a house, you're paying for a lifestyle.
So what are we talking about here?
Custom-built design, over 10,000 square feet of living space.
Wow.
Premium amenities, a 2.4-acre lot.
That's a lot of land.
It's not just a house, it's an estate.
Okay, so it's an investment.
Absolutely. And it's a reflection of a specific lifestyle.
I mean, it's definitely not for everyone.
No, but it's inspiring to see how someone like Rodgers has created a home that so perfectly reflects his needs and his passions.
That's what I love about this deep dive. It's not just about gawking at a celebrity's house.
Right.
It's about getting ideas and inspiration for our own homes.
Exactly. Even if our budgets are a little more modest.
So what are some key takeaways that we can apply to our own design journeys?
Well, first of all, prioritize natural light.
Okay,
Rodgers' house is flooded with natural light.
thanks to those massive windows.
Exactly. But you don't need floor-to-ceiling windows to achieve a similar effect.
What do you suggest?
Think strategically placed mirrors to bounce light around,
Okay.
lighter paint colors on the walls, maybe even a skylight if you're feeling ambitious.
So it's about maximizing the light you have.
Exactly. And remember, natural light isn't just about aesthetics.
It's not.
It can actually boost your mood
Oh, wow.
and make your space feel larger.
I like bringing the sunshine indoors.
Exactly. And speaking of bringing the outdoors in,
Okay.
think about how you can create a flow between your indoor and outdoor spaces.
Like Rodgers did with those glass doors leading to the patio.
Exactly. You might not have that kind of square footage.
Right, my patio is like the size of a postage stamp.
But even a small balcony or a well-designed backyard can become an extension of your living space.
It's all about creating that sense of connection.
Precisely. Now let's talk about minimalism.
Okay, I'm listening. I know it's a buzzword, but
But Rodgers' house shows us how powerful it can be.
how so?
It's not about living in a stark white box.
Okay, good, because that's not really my style.
It's about editing your belongings,
Okay.
choosing a few key pieces you love and letting those pieces shine.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And it's about creating a sense of visual calm.
This is where I personally struggle.
I get it. I'm more of a maximalist myself.
But I see the appeal of a more serene, uncluttered space.
It's all about finding what works for you.
True.
But even if you're not ready to embrace full-on minimalism,
Yeah.
you can still borrow some of those principles.
Like what?
Think about decluttering, creating a sense of visual calm, choosing a color palette that feels soothing and sophisticated.
Okay, I'm convinced less is more. What else?
Pay attention to transitions.
Transitions.
Yeah, how do you move from one room to another?
Oh, I see.
Rodgers' house is full of interesting transitions.
Like?
That double-height entryway leading to the dramatic staircase. the flow from the kitchen to the dining area to the living room.
Okay.
It's all very intentional.
So it's not just about the individual rooms.
Yeah.
It's about how they connect to each other.
Exactly. Think about how you can create similar moments of visual interest in your own home.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Maybe it's an arched doorway,
Yeah.
a statement piece of furniture that draws your eye, or a change in flooring material to define different areas.
It's like creating a visual journey through your home.
I love that. And finally, don't forget to personalize your space.
Oh, yeah.
Rodgers' house is clearly a reflection of his personality and interests.
We see that in the grand piano, the wine cellar,
Yeah.
the gym.
Exactly. Your home should be a reflection of you.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's not just about copying what we see in magazines or on Instagram.
Right.
It's about creating a space that feels authentically you.
Let your home tell your story.
This has been such an inspiring deep dive. I feel like I have so many ideas now.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just that creating your dream home is a journey, not a destination.
I love that. It's about taking inspiration, trying new things, and having fun along the way.
So true. Don't be afraid to experiment, mix and match styles, and most importantly, create a space that brings you joy.
Beautifully said.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into Aaron Rodgers' Montclair Mansion. We hope you enjoyed the tour.
And that you got some inspiration for your own home.
Don't forget to subscribe to the deep dive for more fascinating explorations into the world of design architecture and celebrity real estate.
Until next time, happy designing.